Hi friends, hi, it's Mrs. McClure. Today we're going to be practicing what we worked on a little bit yesterday, and that was making a prediction. Do you remember what a prediction is? Yeah, so by looking at the cover of a book and reading the title and seeing the illustration on the cover of the book, we can make an educated guess or to predict what the book is going to be about and what is happening in the book. We can use the pictures on the pages also to inform us and give us an idea. And we can it's kind of like we're detectives. We can kind of maybe try to guess what is happening. So today we will make a predictions about what we think a text is going to be about, and then we're going to come back and check to make sure if we were right or to see if we are correct. So what we're going to do today is we're going to look at our story of the week, but we are going to be making predictions. So we're going to use this making predictions, I guess, chart or organizer here. So at the top, we're going to put our prediction, what we think the book or the story is going to be about. And down here at the end, we're going to come back and put what it really was about. Okay? So let's look at our story of the week this week. I'm just going to pull our Pearson up here. Okay? So let's review real fast. Let's go over this week we're going to be reading a procedural text. A procedural text explains how to do or make something. It usually includes directions or steps to follow. So for example, this one says from school to my house. And look, here are numbers in order. So this is steps to follow. So it's kind of telling us how to do something. So it says number 1, go out the front door. 2, turn right. 3, walk 3 blocks. 4, turn left. 5, go to the red house. It also includes verbs, which is what we were talking about today too. Verbs tell what to do. They're actions. So go is an action, turn is an action, walk is an action, right? Those are all verbs. Those are action words. So procedural texts usually include steps and verbs to tell you what to do. And here is our anchor chart for procedural text. And it is like kind of like a little bubble map. So we've got procedural text here, and it has the title, sequence words like first, second, third, fourth, fifth, steps in order, illustrations or photos, and action verbs for now. And here are our vocabulary words. We talked about these: stores, school, library, and buildings. Good. Let's go and take a look. But first we have to make a prediction. So here is our cover of our story, and it says Making a Map, written by Gary Miller, illustrated by Valentina Belloni. Just from looking at this picture and reading the title, what do you think this text is going to be about? What can you predict? And we use words like I predict this. Yeah, good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back to my chart here, and I'm going to add that prediction first. Before we read anything, we're going to add a prediction. And I predict from looking at the picture, I see a boy holding a map. And also it says how to make a map, right? My map. I'm thinking maybe it is about a boy making a map of his community, so of the neighborhood that he lives in. So that is my prediction. So what you're going to do on your chart is you're going to put what you predict or what you think it's going to be about just from looking at the cover and the title. And I have a sentence stem right here, or a sentence stem. I think it is about a boy making a map of his community, right? So you're going to do that on your own. Now let's get to the story. We're going to check to see if we're right. Making a map. Maps help people find their way. Make a map of your neighborhood. It will help others find places. First, list some places you go. So what do you think you're going to learn about making a map? We're going to learn the steps on how we can make a map of our community. Elm Street School, pet store. So this student or this guy made a list of all of the places around his community. And remember, this is a procedural text, so it tells us in order the steps. So first, list some places you go. Then start your map. Draw the streets near your home. So far, is our prediction true? Is the boy making a map of his community? Yeah. Then it says, add the places from your list. Draw your home first. Use squares to show buildings. So now we have a big rectangle here, and then he's got squares to represent the buildings on his streets, and here is his house. Draw other buildings such as your school and the library. Add stores too. So now he's adding the buildings. Add outdoor places such as parks and ponds. So let's look at this map real fast. What can help us know the information or learn the information about the map? Yeah, the words like the names, the labels. Good. Next, color the places. Use red for buildings. Use green for parks and fields, and use blue for water. Wow, this map is really coming together. My home. Here are some of the places, the buildings, and then this is the park, and here are the places where there's water. Last, make a key. The key shows what the colors on the map mean. Your map is ready to use. The end. So did our prediction come true? What did you predict? What you predicted this story was going to be about? Was it a true prediction? Let's go back and let's take a look. So my prediction was, I think it's about a boy making a map of his community. What did you put for your prediction? Good. And I do think that my prediction was true, but also not only was the boy making a map about the community, he was telling us how to make a map. So I kind of went back and I fixed it and corrected my prediction because after reading, I learned that he was teaching me how to make a map. So I put what really happened was it was a story telling us or teaching us how to make a map. And then I didn't put an illustration yet. But this is what I want you to do today. We are just working on making predictions. Okay, so did your prediction come true? And up here, you're going to put what you predicted, what you thought was going to happen. And then down here, we're going to put what really was what happened in the story. And did your prediction come true? Okay, that's what you're going to do for your assignment today in response to the story that we read. And let's just review real fast. A prediction, right, is a educated guess. It's kind of like we're a detective, but it's what do we think it's going to be about? What can we assume or say it could be about just by looking at the pictures and reading the title? Good job today.